Alright, so today we're going to talk about how to install Windows. So to get our copy of Windows, if you want a fresh, latest up-to-date version, just go to your favorite search engine, just type in Windows 90-day trial. There it's going to take you to a Microsoft evaluation website. And then from there, when you click open, here it's going to take us to the Windows 10 90-day evaluation. Here you're going to fill in your appropriate information and hit continue. Once you've done that, it's going to take you to the next page where you can now start downloading the file. So here is the ISO, the name of the ISO that's going to be downloaded. And from there, we're going to go ahead and use VMware Workstation. So if you have that installed, there is a separate video to walk you through it. So now we're going to go through the walkthrough of setting this up. Alright, so once you've clicked File Start and typed in VMware Workstation, you should see this box that popped up. So we're going to click Create New VM. And we're going to choose is the bottom choice, because with the evaluation copy, you don't have a CD key to put in there, and the VMware Workstation has a kind of a hang up. So it won't license. So it'll fail to license, and then therefore it won't continue going because it's trying to put a blank key in there. So we're going to choose Install Later. So there's a little bit of a trick that we're going to have to do afterwards, after we get the variables configured. I'll walk you through it all. So we're going to hit Next. Here we're going to choose Microsoft. We're going to choose Windows 10. If it's not selected by default, then just click on the drop-down menu and pick it. And we're going to hit Next. Here it's going to just go with the default name. If you want to change it to something else, like maybe your name / Windows 10 or space, that's fine. Then we're going to hit Next. Here it's going to ask us how big the size we're going to use. We're just going to go ahead and go with split files to make it easier. And we're going to leave the default settings. So we're going to hit Next. Here it's going to give us our little summary and how we have everything going. We can click Customize. Here we go. So you can see we can change the amount of memory. So if we have more memory on our machine, we can do that. If not, we can add more cores. So an example, I'm going to add 4 cores to mine just so it runs a little bit faster. And here we're going to go with the CD. We're going to go down here to use image. So we're just going to browse, and it should be under our downloads because that's the default place that it's going to go to. All right. I mean, we could change some other settings, but we don't really need to. That's at least the minimum. We're going to hit Closed, and then we're going to hit Finished. And now we should have the setup. We're going to hit Play or right click and power on, your choice. So power on, and we're just going to take the full size, and then we're going to hit the space bar real quick so it boots. So we'll boot the CD, and here we can see the initial boot process. Again, here we can do our Control-Delete that we'll need to do later. So we're going to go ahead and choose our language. So I'm going to leave with the default here. So now I'm just going to hit Install. And now we're just going to walk through the installation process. So here we can see we can get our licensing. We can click Accept. We can hit Next. Here we can do a custom install. So we're not doing an upgrade because there's no existing OS. So we're going to do custom. Here it's going to see our 60 gig hard drive. We can go ahead and format it, or we can just hit Next and let Windows take care of it for us. And there we go. Now we're basically in the bake mode. So now this is going to copy, install some additional features. So I'm going to fast forward through this. So I'll see you guys in a moment. And this may take different variable time based on the hardware of your machine. So you won't have the same results as I do. So results may vary. You may have a faster machine than me, or you may have a slower one. And I will fast forward now. All right. Alright, now we can see the machine is rebooted. And now it's getting ready. Booted up a little quicker than I anticipated. So, again, you may or may not have these types of pop-ups. That's just my application antivirus detecting new things running on my machine. Alright, now our machine rebooted again. So we should be getting to the point where we're just in the finalization. Here we go, just the moment. Alright. We are getting near the home stretch. Okay, we're going to pick our language. We're going to hit yes. And sometimes you might have to click twice. We're going to go with the default keyboard. We're going to skip the additional second keyboard layout. Because sometimes when your mouse is inside the virtual, it might take the first click to get it into the virtual, the second click to actually click on what you're clicking on. So that does happen sometimes. So now it's just saying, hey, we have some important setup things to do. You know, hey, we're in the midst of trying to see if we can get to the internet. And here, you know, again, now we're seeing what's new. Just another moment to wait. So here we can sign with our Microsoft School or account if we do. Here's what I would recommend. Give yourself, because this is only a 90-day trial, you don't want to deal with all the stuff. Click down here where it says join domain instead. This is going to let you do is make a local account on your machine. So, therefore, you can choose a password, or if you don't leave a password, it'll just automatically log you in. And then here we can see, here's all our different privacy settings. Again, if you want more tailored advertising, then leave it yes. If you want tailored experience, again, it is up to you. Again, it's not like we're going to be keeping this machine. If you want your location to be out there, you can turn that off. And if you're going to do any online speech recognition, well, this is a VM, so probably not. And I'm not joining this to any Microsoft thing, so I'm not going to have it worried about finding my devices. And then here I want to skip Cortana because, again, it's a 90-day trial. Unless you want to use it, go ahead and turn it on. So now we're getting to the step. Oh, and by the way, the first user account is by default the admin, he has the most rights. So now we just have a few more minutes. What it's doing is creating our profile based on our user account. And we'll let this bake for a moment or two and we'll see. So the time you watch this video, this is probably like a 10 to 15 minute video because I've shortened different areas of it. In real life, this could have took you anywhere from 40 minutes or 30 minutes to, an hour or two, depending on your hardware specs. And that's all going to dictate in how much memory you gave it and how much CPU cores you're going to give it, depending on how many machines you have. Because if you have 16 gigs of RAM, you don't want to give it 16 because, the machine would kind of crash. So you want to at least give it at least 4 to 6 if you have a 16 gig machine. Also, depending on how much RAM you have left from all your different things running. All right, we're getting close. We're almost there now. All right, hey, we successfully set up our Windows machine. Excellent. So let's see if it works. So by default, we're going to have the Edge browser. All right, we got some brand new updates to our Windows web browser. Here we go. Here's our steps for the first time launching this. All right, we're going to close that out. Here we go. We can see we've hit Microsoft's website, so it is surfing the web. So excellent. So here, let's look at some of our quick settings. Let's go to settings and let's go to system, and about gives us our quick summary. So here we go. We can see we're running a, Intel running 3 gigahertz with 2 gigs of RAM installed. Here again, we can see we're running the Windows 10 Enterprise Evaluation version, and the dates this was installed. Here we go. Not that bad to install our updates, huh? Pretty straightforward. All right. So for proof for homework, just send me a couple screenshots, because I can see that you got the 90-day trial on there and the date and time. So how do you do a quick screenshot? You can just click on Start on your real machine and just go to your snipping tool and snip that, and then upload that as your assignment for proof that you've got Windows going. Again, if you're having any problems making this work, come and visit me in my office hours and I will give you a hand. All right. So that wasn't too bad installing Windows 10. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.